Hi, good morning. Look at my fucking hair. Holy shit, look at that. That's amazing. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope you had a good weekend if you just had a weekend. And if you didn't have a weekend, I hope whatever constitutes the end of you having to work for a period of time is nice. Right? Some people have off like Mondays and Tuesdays. I think if you work at certain restaurants. So whoever you are, I hope you're doing better. Right? It's something you'll never say to someone who you know, just had surgery or got sick. I hope you're doing better. I think that could be a universal type thing every day. I hope you're doing better. Right? If you were doing awesome yesterday, I hope you're doing better today. Right? And if you had a shitty Sunday, I hope you're doing better today. So, whatever it is you're doing, I hope you're doing better. Back to Balatro. We were able to overcome a major hurdle, at least for me. Us. We. The editorial we. Which was getting past the orange steak. And so I'm happy to be off of that. Gold steak, theoretically, right around the corner. But like I said, I think from the last stream, we had a combination where we cleared gold steak without, or orange steak without any major problem. I don't doubt those three jokers again could do it as well. So it becomes a question of just like reload it, play it through a million times until you get that combination, and you can sort of coast through. Right? It was Stencil Joker, was it Stencil Fortune Teller and Blueprint? I think that's all we had, and that was more than enough. And then whether I'm paying rent on it or not wouldn't matter because we had plenty of money. So yeah, we'll play some different stuff just for some variety. We'll play some challenges. I don't have a particular challenge in mind. I figured I'd just sort of hop in and start doing it. Double or Nothing was the last one we unlocked. It sounds interesting. The rule to me is not very clear, which is all played cards become debuffed after scoring. Is that for this hand, this round, or the rest of the game? I'm assuming it's for the rest of the game. Everything has a red sticker on it, which is red seal on it, which is nice. So if that is the case, then basically we want to, not worry about getting into steel hands, steel cards, polychrome, anything like that. Just avoid trying to buff these, and also avoid jokers that trigger off of suit, right? So you can still do pretty good things with things that increase by coins that based on your dollar amount. So I figured we'd hop in and see what it's like. And if it only debuffs for like the hand or the round, then that's kind of not an issue at all. So doubling our money to $8, then getting a free plus 10 malt. Again, that would be nice. And then the Pillar, who we never play. Sure. Or we never play cards before him anyways. All previous cards played this ante are debuffed. That's the Pillar. I should have known that. Okay. Let's throw these dudes out. Chase that Heart Flush. And see what that means now. So this should be 600 if these are all going through twice. No, not even close. Okay. Now, let's look at our deck and see if those are permanently debuffed now. Are you guys... Yeah, they are. Okay, play them once and then they're debuffed. Alright, our great and grand friend, Fortune Teller for free. We will absolutely take him. We will open the Buffoon pack to see what else we can get into. Turtle Bean is a pretty good card. It's so early for him, though. Even if it's debuffed, so I guess that's one thing I gotta learn, is even if the card in your hand is debuffed, does Raised Fist still trigger? Alright. Increasing the strength of the cards isn't going to matter a ton for us at the moment. Although we could get ourselves an additional ace. Right? Make it more likely to get 5 in a row. Or 5 of a kind. 1 in 4 chance to catch a polychrome. I mean, He's already holographic, and the fool does nothing at this juncture. So, Wheel of Fortune, and that's fine. It still counts towards his. And we got to focus on, I think, leveling up hands is going to be our first priority. Free uncommon Joker. Skipping the hands means that we're playing less cards. It's not a bad idea. Alright, let's see what we can make happen now. Let's discard you. So I'm going to see if we can figure the math out on him, right? Throw you out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All that's left of these guys, does this still happen? Or is this going to be worthless? Oh. That was quick. I didn't see it. Did that actually... Shit. I didn't notice. Acrobat, sure, for the moment. No reason not to. And then our $12 will absolutely buy more tarot cards. You got to get more tarot cards. The Emperor, get 2 tarot cards. Even if they're not going to be awesome for us right now, it's still going to add into the power of the Joker. Hanged Man, Judgment, Planet cards. Planet cards are probably going to be one of our best things right now. So for the time being, let's go ahead. Use you guys, bolster you up. Get you going. And then, yep. Whatever they are, we'll take them. Because we need to level up our hands. Side note, we're only going to be streaming for about an hour today. You know, but I think that's been typical for me. You know, probably not necessarily have to point that out. The house, first hand is drawn face down. So we'll use a discard. We'll use a discard. And now we'll start playing. So basically, takes away 2 discards from us. Not the end of the world. 3 spades, 3 clubs. Playing the spades. The aces. The 4. We've leveled up so far. High card, 3 of a kind, and straight. And Acrobat only triggers on the last of the round. So let's just go ahead and move towards our club flush, I think. We'll do that by playing out this pair. Okay. So, interesting. Does that trigger twice? That's interesting. All right, so if I play this deuce, will this 4 trigger twice? It does. So this actually is a very good card. If we just keep playing high card, whatever we have, as long as whatever is lowest is a seal, that registers twice. I feel like this is doable. Goes without saying we'd like to level up high card right now. Okay. Free uncommon Joker. We'd rather see more packs of cards, I think, at the moment. Alright, so this 4 is still here. That 4 clubs keeps coming up. So these are already debuffed. So let's play both of them out. 330. Okay. 2, 4, 5. Right? Ideally, I'd play cards that are already debuffed. But if that's not an option, then I guess we'll just play the lowest card we can. Okay. I see a pattern for me here. Matador. Go fuck yourself. Burnt Joker. That would be great for upgrading our high card, but we don't have enough money. So let's open the Temperance pack, and maybe we'll get away... Nope. So maybe we'll get Temperance, and we can actually make it happen. Double our money for $4 doesn't do us a ton of good right now. Our 1 in 4 chance, we'll take it. Still counts. Gain $25 after beating the boss. No, I think we'll still keep crawling in and seeing more cards. So the 4, the 6, the 7, the 10, leaving the 9 behind the trigger. Or the 8, excuse me. Alright, play our 5 and our... Play 5. 42. Play the 6. Okay. Spectral pack could be fun. That could be interesting. And we still have enough to get the Magician. So let's go ahead. Let's fuck it. Spectral pack. What are our options? Cryptid to create a copy. Converts all to single rank. -1 hand size. The rank's too important. So we'll copy this Ace of Clubs. We'll buy the Magician. All hearts are debuffed. Well, a lot of my cards are debuffed, so what else is new? The only problem with this is I'd like to know what is normally debuffed anyway, so I'm not, unnecessarily playing a card that doesn't have to be debuffed right now. All right, let's try to get rid of these hearts, because it's hard to judge what's what. Okay. This seems doable. Play out the 4 and the 5. And the 7. The 8 will trigger twice. Not a ton. Same game though. 3, 5, 6. Ace 3. Pair of 3s though. Jed Levi, good morning. How you doing? Yes, the grind is back. Although, what we're getting into right now is not that bad. We're doing the... What the hell is it called? What challenge is this? Double or nothing challenge. So every time a card is played, it becomes debuffed. Not just scored, but played, it becomes permanently debuffed. What I've tried to do, and which we've sort of discovered, is double fist. Although, it says it just, doubles the rank of the lowest ranked card in your hand, it actually goes through twice if it has a red seal on it. So I'm trying to feed out... We're playing mostly high card here, but feed out the lower cards, get them debuffed, and hopefully when it does trigger in hand, it'll hit twice. It seems like it's been going all right. On the last card with Acrobat, I think I have to play this flush despite me not wanting to. But I'm going to try and focus on the low cards whenever possible. So, how you doing today? The 2-pair option as well. Yeah. Probably would have been smarter. But we'll see what comes up. And obviously Fortune Teller. We're going to try to feed him throughout the day. Whenever possible. Queens and eights. Yeah, you're probably right. That was probably the better hand anyways. Wild Card Magician. Temperance. Give us $9. Take us to 10. Because buffing the cards doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot of point to it. So, everything else I've been kind of picking whenever possible. Scholar, Joker Stencil. No, I don't think I'd trade anything else. Be a question of do I trade Joker for Acrobat? Because then he would always be a 2x versus a 3x on the final hand. I don't think that's the right strategy. So I have a fondness for Joker Stencil though. I think we'll just stick with it. Sticking with it. Free Mega Pack. Free Mega Pack. Nope. We'd rather see more hands. Alright. Having a hell of a time getting, actually getting these leveled up. I even started by saying, yeah, and the additional downside to it is you never know what's going to turn around. Like, if something like Vagabond hypothetically comes around, I can't not pick it up. Right? And then it basically throws away even that last little bonus that I have. So having a hard time, despite me saying I was going to try to level up high card, having a hell of a time doing it. So definitely playing out the debuffed cards and then whatever the lowest of our is. So this 4 will trigger twice. Let's see what that is now. When we're up to 5,000, this is going to get real hard here. I might need to feed this 4 out so the 7 triggers instead. Even then. Ace. So we play the trips, then both these get debuffed. Where I'd love to have them in the hand to be 22 mults. So we'll stick with the 7, I think. Because then when he triples, that should be 21. That's only 4,000. So I think I need to play a bigger hand than that. Alright. Trips. We could play... We need a bigger hand than just high card. The 2 pair, but all 4 of these would get debuffed. It'll beat dying though. And I do have a bunch of ace of clubs at the moment. Alright, I think I have to. I regret it already. Well, I don't know that it was going to be enough. I think we would have finished about 4. But the problem is, I think it would have only been 4,000. Because even if you triple it, it only would have been like a total of... I think it would have only been like 1,200. So, had to play the bigger hand. More to remove the buff. Yeah. Alright. Let's get back to the packs of cards. Judgment. Stone card's not a bad idea, because he can't be debuffed. Playing him with a high card, I feel like is a smart plan. So... Right? So I don't think he can be debuffed. Or, I don't know, can it? Can a stone card be debuffed? It's fine. We're all... It's not just that you're learning as you go. A significant portion of this game, and the developer, like, he admits as much. It's kind of arbitrary. And sometimes stuff doesn't even necessarily work... doesn't work the way he expected it to or anticipated it to. There's a lot of emergent behavior. So, for example, I've played I don't know how many hours of this. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. Steam has me saying I've played for 70 hours. I have no reason to believe that these two would play in concert together because I've never seen it before, right? In retrospect, yes, his card re-triggers one time, but I've never had a situation where I've had the fist and I had a red seal on a card that was the lowest card in my hand. So if I had come into this run knowing this, I would have played things differently. Like, I would have been high card the whole time. Now we're just kind of figuring out, hey, maybe high card's a good idea. But wild card, lucky card, and convert stuff to diamonds makes no sense. So we'll just take a random joker. And that joker is Riffraff, who will create 2 random jokers for us. So we're going to get another random joker unless we buy Swashbuckler. Rather open a Celestial Pack and maybe level up High Card. High Card, thank you. Sweet Jesus. Let's see what Riffraff creates for us. He made for us Crafty Joker if we play a flush. We can always sell him. Right, we don't have to keep him. That doesn't have to stay that way. If we throw all of these guys out, that's high card, and this 8 will trigger. And what's that worth? We need to get to 7,500. Oh, it's a pair. Shit, yeah, you're right. Tunnel Vision. Throw out everything. Pair again. Maybe I should try for the flush, because at least he'll do something. Alright. We'll hold on to this 9, so that'll be our multiplier, in theory. Except now it's a 5. Can we do better? We did. Okay, so we're a slightly better situation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So both of these will re-trigger. Let's see what happens now. Got our flush. It's only level 1, but we'll get an additional 80 chips. Okay. And we only lost one. We only debuffed 1 card for our effort. Obelisk is such a weird card that I have such mixed feelings for. I'm not gonna get into him. I don't think Crafty Joker is our Joker. I'd just as soon sell him to get $2 and have Riffraff create another one. And then we'll use that extra money. Level up high card. $3 remaining. Jolly Joker plus 8 mult. No, but we need tarot cards bad. We really do. Clever Joker, if it contains 2 pair. Well, we got that, but we'll be debuffing cards. Our 2 pair isn't worth nothing. So it's not a bad plan. But I think I'll stick with this for the immediate moment. This will also play us towards a diamond flush if we need it. See what that's worth. We are going to just get bled dry on this one, though. There's nothing we can do as far as money is concerned. 3 pair. Or 3 pair. 3 of a kind. 3 pair. 3 of a kind. We've buffed a little. But then we're going to wind up debuffing both of these cards. So high card is worth about 1,000. We have 4 hands to 6,000. But he's going to trigger on the last one. That would only be worth, let's assume that this is typical, right? So if we get treble that should be 5,400. So we should be fine if we just play high card and keep it around this 7. That's what I think. I can be wrong. All right. This queen can go out as well. High card around 7. All right, 1,800, 5,400. This 4 has to go. This 10 has to go. All right, we can't do that again. So that's the last time we can do that because we can only get to about 10,000 unless we can radically change. Yeah, it is lucky. In fairness, though, it's what I thought would happen, right? I said it was about 5,000, but no, that was lucky. We gotta improve our lot in life here. We have to. Sell off him. He's not gonna do so good. See if Riff Raff can't make us a better Joker. But there's nothing else we can really do. We got no money. So up against the wall is gonna be a real pain in the ass. But we can't skip. Splash. Splash is great. Splash is great. Play out these trips. And I'm also going to throw this 2 out as well. I know it'll be debuffed, but I need this 9 multiplier. I need it. That's right, 3,000. 4, 5, 9. We could play the full house up, but look at all those cards we'll lose. And our full house isn't worth that much more than our high card anyways. So all these are going to score. So that's I should probably explain in case you know it. So the reason Splash makes this big, right? The big reason why you might want to play a flush over a high card, even in this circumstance, is because the cards still register, right? Play the other 5 as well. So 9 is low. Yeah. You know what? Good thought. But that makes it a pair instead of a high card, though. Yeah. So we go from 2 to 4, and we lose him. Yep. No. It's. Thank you for pointing out. I. That's why I like backseat gaming. I can screw up. But anyway, so normally a flush is better because all 5 cards will score, right? So if you have queen, 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 9, 9, then you'll get what, 48. So you're guaranteed 48 chips. Whereas if you play out the same, queen, king, jack. You wouldn't be able to do 9, 9, but you did 9, 8, and only the queen triggers. You get 10, so you get 5 times as many chips. You're still playing 5 cards, but because only all 5 score in the full house, you might want to do that for this being 80 times 4 instead of 35 times 4. Okay, with Splash, all 3 of these are going to score, so it makes it so that this. Just it being a hand that you have to play 5 cards for to get all 5 to score, you can just throw out horse shit on high card and get a little bit more. So this actually does help the left side of our math here. The 35, right? Our chips. So Splash is big right now, to the point where we might sell Riff Raff whenever we get a chance. 3 and 4 got to go out, and now maybe we will feed that 5. There we go. And with our last one being triple, 5 and a 6, so that should be 11 chips. Should be 46 chips times 4, right? And then we're gonna do it actually times 22. 38 was 114. That's more than 2,000. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, we're good. I think Riff Raff, thank you for your service. I would love to get Throwback right now. Throwback would be monster. I would love to get Throwback. Do I want Throwback over Splash, though? I'm probably done skipping blinds. I'll keep Splash, but man, Throwback is fucking tempting. If we had that extra $1, I'd buy him, no question. Abstract Joker would be plus 15. We haven't seen a tarot pack in so long. Or Fortune Teller. Alright, let's just get into this. Mystic Summit is kind of rough. Fibonacci is great. But with so many debuffed cards, right? What do we got left that's in the Fibonacci sequence? These aces. These 8s and this ace. that 2, right? I love Fibonacci, but most of my 3s and 5s are gone, right? So those are all debuffed, so those won't trigger. So you have these 3 8s and this 1 ace. So Fibonacci isn't an option. I usually don't like Mystic Summit because he really only does plus 15 when you have no discards left. For thinking about that perspective, it's only worth a thing when you have no discards left. And there are other cards that, I don't want to say do that better, that you don't have to quite sacrifice so much to get 15. Like Gross Michelle, the banana, you get 15, right? And it's on every hand. Or you want to find them sold for a higher price. Probably, I think that if memory serves, those are both common. I don't think either one is worth enough to get us to 6. If one of those was a negative Joker, a legendary, or a rare, totally. If like one of the legendary Jokers came up, I think those sell for $7. And then it just also becomes a question of like, would I rather keep the legendary Joker or get throwback? But at least the last couple abstract though. Yeah, I mean that's actually a really good point. Now that you point that out, I probably was just better off getting abstract Joker for 15. Here I am thinking of like a good example of a Joker where it's like you get plus 15. Like yeah, just fucking abstract would have given it to me. So yes, overall. This is a bad trip to the store. We didn't really get anything of value. We would have been better off getting Abstract Joker than taking the random pack of cards. But, yeah, it would be enormous right now considering, Fortune Teller, who I, as indicated by the background, right? Like, I rely on his ass kind of constantly. He's been stunted. That, his plus 10 that he has, his main plus 10, I think we got that, like, on... It was like the round after I got him, I got like half of that. I think we got like 5 because we had Emperor, and then we had a couple other tarot cards. We had like a card in the shop. I think it was something like that. Like 4 of those 10 or 5 of those 10 came like immediately, and it's been like starvation wages since then. It's been subsistence farming here, digging for tarot. We're definitely not going to skip to get money, but can we do 16,000? We just did 15,000. This additional 15 will help. I gotta put this all the way to the right though. That's you want an important lesson I always forget to do. Your X mults always go all the way to the right because they tend to score in order. So that makes him into 45 instead of 15 on top of the triple. Let's see if it makes a difference. Stone card, like I said, I don't think it can get debuffed. So I play out this 9 high card with this. This is going to be some additional... Is this going to be 100 chips every time? Or can stone cards be debuffed? Let's find out. I think it's just debuffed to stone cards. So I guess stone cards can be debuffed. Good to know. We can artificially discard down to trigger Mystic Summit. Especially since we're playing high card. We're not looking for anything in particular. We're just kind of going to get garbage out of our hand. Get rid of the 3... Get rid of one of the 7s. Okay, so now here's where we are. So 6 is our high card. 7 versus 9. We'll throw the 7 out too. So the 9 will trigger. Let's see what that's worth. Two has to go out. Throw the jack out. And then the 9 will trigger. 2,000. And the last one. Ace has to go out. This 4 has to go. And then everything should kick off here now. All right, there you go. 9,000. 2,200. 22,000, excuse me. Arcana pack. Oh, God, we... Yep, nothing we can do. 44,000. Well, Jed Levi, I think this is the end of this run. We're not going to be able to do 44,000. Our best hand is high card. Sure, we can look for a straight or 3 of a kind. We can start playing stuff out like, we normally might not. Just because it is now or never. So, looking for straights and trips. So let's see what we can make happen as far as straights are concerned. We're missing an 8 and a 6 from a straight here. 7, 8, 9, 10. So the 4 and the 2 really aren't involved. We're looking for 8s and 6s. Stone card is neat. We now are looking for a jack and a king, an 8 and a 6. We're now looking for a king or an 8. Everything else can go away. We got a 10. Play out the high cards. Still looking for a king or an 8. More aces. Well, we got to play something. Play the ace. Play the 3. We'll play this queen. It'll score, right? Because of splash, but it is the buff. King or an 8. I have the full amount of kings and full amount of 8s, so it's not like I'm missing any of those. 2,000. There's our king. Do I try for the straight flush with the last card remaining? What is the big difference for my straight flush for how my hands are set? Straight flush is 8 times 100, obviously, is better than 6 times 7. But I don't... Yeah, I mean... Right now, my regular straight is better than my flush. Because he's at least leveled up a little. But do I try for a... I have no discard. I think it's going to come down to this last hand anyways. I want to play the straight on the last hand. So we'll throw all of this out. And if we just so happen to get the ace of hearts, hooray. I don't think we're going to, but we need Mystic Summit to trigger. So we don't want to play the straight right now anyways. No, I'm holding... Thank you, my 10. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Good eye. I'm glad. Thank you for looking out for me. I was too up my own ass here with the debuffed cards. Thank you. Thank you again. The Mystic Summit, we need him to trigger. So the straight has to be played on the last hand. If one of these 3 cards, right, we got a 1 in 10 chance, 1 in 11 chance of catching an ace of hearts, and then we'll have a straight flush, and then we'll be good. Thank you again. Let's see what we get into. Yeah, we definitely want that 2 gone. We did not catch the straight flush, but let's see how much the straight is worth. And the 5 will only trigger once, so like I said, I think it's the end anyways. Yep. Okay. Let's try it again. Once more from the top. I understand a little bit more about it. Like, even going in, if you watch the replay, it wasn't entirely clear on, is it debuff for the hand, the round, the ante, or the game. I assumed it was the game, and it turned out it was the whole game. So let's try it again, this time from the top. Yeah, learned about the stone card as well. So we know playing the cards debuffs them. Therefore, we want to avoid playing the cards whenever possible. So that means we're skipping blinds as much as often, and certainly as much as it's worth it. So free Arcana pack is going to be great. The only thing that will really screw us in an Arcana pack would be things like Temperance, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, are the only things we don't want to see here, because those all require shit that we don't have, right? Temperance will give us money for the jokers that we don't have. Hermit will double the money we don't have, and Wheel of Fortune again will enhance a joker we don't have. So taking this is smart. Getting the additional voucher is okay, but we're probably not going to have $20 by the time we finish the hook to get actual value out of that. So I think I'm going to skip the first one, play this one to then see into the shop. We are playing the experimental beta, so there should be a Joker pack in there, a Joker booster for $4, right? So skip, play, and then we'll just deal with the hook when he comes. Let's go. All right, Temperance, you son of a bitch. Empress is not going to do us much good, right? Because these will become debuffed, so no point to you, no point to Star, really. I mean, yeah, you can still get the flush. Hanged Man, we don't want to destroy cards at the moment. We will take the Emperor. Wheel of Fortune in the World. What did I say about Temperance in the Wheel of Fortune? What did I say? It's fine, and then the World isn't super useful either. So, let's I mean, in fairness, I told myself I'd only play for about half an hour. So if I got about... All right, I told myself I'd play for an hour. So if I got about half an hour... This is kind of a beat run. So well, I'm fine with that. I usually don't like... I'm usually not a big fan of... See, I don't even know where it is to end the run. I usually play through everything, but... That's going to be too hard to recover from. All right. Double tag, double foil, all clubs debuffed. Sure. Let's do this. Because these will be great, because we don't have to worry about those being debuffed. All right. So standard stuff. When you're early days, 2-pair or better, jacks or better will usually fly. But we'll go for the spade flush instead. Because at least that will try to keep and play our low cards. That'll try to keep... I'm going to try to keep our debuff to one suit if possible as well. I don't know if that's going to be possible. All right. Spades are debuffed. And that ace is debuffed, but he's only temporarily debuffed. 4, 5, 6, 7... Still looking for an 8 if we keep the 9. No reason to keep the queen. So we're looking for a 3 or an 8. 2-pair, the aces and 4s. We'll do the 6s and 4s to keep the aces alive. This should be worth 200, I hope. Nope, 96. Man, we're getting bleeding cards. I'm not going to play the aces. We need 100, though. I have to play the aces. I don't have a choice. Yeah, I have to. So the 3 aces will do it, but I'm debuffing them all. Ooh. There's no other option. There's nothing else to play. Hopefully these jokers make it worthwhile. Otherwise, this is going to be a short run. Flash card is okay. Basic Joker kind of sucks, but with 100 chips for both of them, plus we get our buffoon pack, I don't know that it's all going to be worth it. Retrigger all cards played for the next 10 hand. Interesting. So the retrigger of the retrigger, that's going to be something. No point in taking the Spade Joker, because as those cards get debuffed, we're not going to have any use for them. And as we recall, right, we were debuffing spades anyway, so it was the worst Joker for our health. Negative Joker is huge. We'll take that and hope that we can clear this big blind. All right. Haven't leveled up any hands. So basically, yeah. Play the 2-pair. 8s and 2s, keep the 10. Throw out the 3 as well. Throw out the 4 as well, because I'd rather have the 3 trigger twice, which is 6. Versus having the 4 trigger once. No, wait, we don't have the thing anymore. Shit. I gotta get that in my head. Okay. So that's not important, so we're just gonna play the 2-pair. Have to mentally adjust. Yeah. And that happens. You'll find yourself in a pattern. You become like acclimatized to thinking a certain way, and then you have to stop. This might seem crazy, but I'm going to throw away the high cards and get them out of my hand. Same thing again. Can we... These 7s, one of them's already debuffed. We'll play the pair of 7s. That should be okay. There. Alright. Come on, Negative Joker. Be a good one. Negative the duo is... That's a good Joker, right? So that's just a free double as long as we have a pair of cards in our hand. Or that's getting played, right? So that doubler is good. Hallucination right now. We're definitely going to open this booster pack. So we'll get a free tarot card for our effort. I probably am going to have to focus on pairs. So, and part of that's going to depend on what we get from the Celestial pack, though, right? So we'll start with this. Let's start by buying Hallucination. And then we'll get our free tarot card. We didn't even get it. Son of a bitch. Alright, so for the duo to work, it would have to be flush, assuming that, you know, we start doing some card manipulation and we have cards that are, you know, multiple of the same card. 2 pair is an automatic as well. High card is less appealing. Straight flush is utterly unappealing. Straight is even worse. So between the 3 of these, 2 pair is the one that synergizes best with what we have. We'd have to start getting some money left over to start using rerolls as well, realistically. Otherwise, there's no point to having him. Put him all the way to the right. -1 hand size, the manacle. Alright. So, play the pair of 3s. Get this 7 out of here as well. It's not going to score like splashes, but it's like a free discard by playing that out. And we have to, yeah. But I don't want to debuff all those cards. Not this early, right? Like, we got most of that by that pair. So that's, yeah. You get in this place of like a real weird headspace of, yeah. It becomes hard, and that's why, like, I'm glad you caught me on not playing that 10 out, because you just start thinking. It's probably the fun thing about the game, though. You find yourself thinking about 4 or 5 different things at once. This hand, the next hand, right? The rest of the game, all that kind of shit. And then you wind up sometimes, because right now I'm also playing the rest of the game, so I'm not, you know, and that's where I'm probably going to get tripped up, is like, you know, that's what will make this challenge hard, is thinking about everything outside of this. Most of the time, these hands are very well self-contained, right? Whatever you play in this hand, that's what you play, right? That's fine. And then maybe you have the boss blind to worry about, and so sometimes you think about boss blind. Now we're doing all of the above. We're thinking about the rest of this round, the rest of the game. It's interesting, but it's also a bit of a pain. All right. Worst case scenario, we will hold on to our connectors, our flush connectors and our straight connectors. But we got to look for pairs here. Doesn't really improve our lot. Try again. That improves our lot. Okay, so we'll play out these 6s. And that breaks up our straight draw, but we now have a heart flush draw. But this should be enough. We only need 70. All right, we got 1,500. We're fine. We're good. All right. We're going to buy the reroll to get him involved in the game, because Midas Mask isn't going to do us anything, especially on this one, because they're going to be debuffed gold cards, so he gives a shit. Burglar, I like a lot on certain types of runs, particularly if you have few discards. We have 3 discards. You can sometimes get like a bit of an advantage by having no discards and now having 3 more hands to play. So especially if you have a run where you only have 2 discards, he's huge, right? Because it's manufacturing stuff from you. I'd rather take the 2x multiplier because of him. So with a $3 remaining, we'll go ahead and we'll buy 2 pair. So again, we're looking for 2 pair, Nelly style. Seltzer is also eventually going to run out here, and we'll have to replace him. Those trips, we're going to hold on to that. I'll throw out the debuffed cards. 2 pair of the queens and the 9s. That should be 2,000, but is it too early to sacrifice that? We only have a 6 mult. I think we have to. We'll play out 1 pair. We'll play out just the 9s. Hopefully I don't regret that. Okay. Smart just to play the 9s. We'll take the reroll. Get him up a little bit. Next round. Reroll start at 0. That's actually huge. So yes, we'll take that, because that's going to be free for our flash card. All right. Base chips and malts are half. This is going to be hard for us to get past. But we'll still try it. 2 pair is very appealing right now. So let's throw out... We'll keep our pair that we have. We'll throw out our low and our debuffed cards and see if we can't somehow back into 2 pair some other way. Get rid of the 3. I don't want to use a discard on just 1 card. So we'll play out this pair. You know, we have this straight if we need to play it. They're all fresh cards, right? None of them have been triggered. It's not gonna be much of anything. But we'll play the single pair, and then maybe we'll catch like a 10 and a jack. We'll hope for like a 10 and a jack, something like that. 5, 7. I feel like we have to throw those out. The aces. We'll play the aces. I know it breaks up our straight. We'll play the aces. Again, hope for some kismet here. Oh, we're good. Great. Wasn't even a problem. Keep on keeping on. Our free roll is huge. I love Mime. It's one of my favorite cards that I never use. If you get steel cards, he's just a monster. It's just unbelievable the shit he can get into. But I don't think I can justify it. Seltzer's almost done. We have a foil, boss reroll, and 1 type of hand this round. We could just play pairs. So Booster, I want Booster, but we don't have enough money for him right now. I think we'll just stay pat. And then that becomes a point of, like, if we're not opening... We're not catching much with hallucination here at all. So these 2 might need to go. Well, if it contains 2 pair, 80 chips, 130 chips total. So it does synergize well with our... I should have said something. Part of what I'm trying to think of is we want to get Grabber. I always like Grabber. We want to get Grabber before this round is over. We have 2 more rounds to do it. We have 1 more round to do it in. But if we're playing 2 pair, this is our boy. And even if we don't play 2 pair, he's still going to contribute 50 chips, which is not nothing. So do I sell Hallucination, pick him up, save the rest of our money, and then pick him up on the next turnaround? Or do we open a pack of cards? If we're going to open a pack of cards, then we don't sell Hallucination. And I don't think we'd open the Buffoon pack. We'd have to open the Celestial pack. So that becomes the question. Because what Clever Joker will mean is 110 plus another, 80. So it's 200 chips for 2 pair, which is more than a base straight flush is worth, as far as chips go. And even if you look at the multiplier, 210 times 4 is 800. Straight flush is worth 800 chips. So that's assuming we actually get 2 pair, which we've been having trouble getting 2 pair. So I think that's the answer. We'll sell Hallucination. We'll thank him for his service. We'll put in Clever Joker. Keep our $4. And then try to make $6 between here and here. Skipping for a free Joker to replace Seltzer. I should have rerolled for the malt, though. Yeah, you're right. Shit. I didn't think of that. Grabber is literally a game changer. Having 1 last hand to play cannot be understated. Especially, it doesn't take up a Joker slot. It doesn't do anything. So I think The chance of them showing a joker that we can't use is solid. If this was polychrome and it was a multiplier, different. For 50 more chips, 50 chips is nice. I think we play this hand. I think. Look, we got wired for our connectors for a straight again. They love giving us damn near a straight when we're not going to play it. And through to a flush. And just so I have my mental space right. Yeah, we don't have any special mix. We don't have any more of one card. Yeah. The 50 chips is always, you know, so the 80 is wonderful. The 50 is good by itself. So even if we do have to wind up playing like high card or something, that's not part of the strategy. I'll just discard the buffed cards and see what we get. 5, 6, 7, 8. Great way to start a song. A horrible poker hand. They're going to go out of their way to make sure we don't get pairs. All right. Going for 2 pairs. Yeah. We're just going to throw out the low stuff. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's completely random, right? So, all right, we flopped the pair of 3s and an ace. We have that straight as well. We'll play the pair. Yeah, we don't get the full benefit of Clever Joker, but that 50 is going to help. So let's see what that's worth. $3,800, right? We're not bad. Hell, we might be able to get by with ace high. What's ace high worth? We're good. We're good. We're good. Didn't have to debuff anything. We're good. Love you, fortune teller. I don't have enough for the grabber. Do we say goodbye to Seltzer, who's going to leave anyways, and swap him out with fortune teller, who will be at a 0? 9, 12. Ooh, we'll have enough to buy a pack of cards. Yeah. Fortune teller, you're up. We'll take the Arcana versus the reroll. I think we'll take the Arcana versus the reroll. Emperor is huge. Emperor is massive right now. That's what we want to see. Even though these aren't going to be super useful by themselves, this is good. And we can just try to manipulate shit to get the devil at the end. Right? We'll just pick a card at the very end. 2 pair the aces and the jacks. The question becomes, does that finish this hand off? Is that 7,500 with the plus 50, but with the plus 80 after I use these? So let's do this. So first things first. These 2 kings make you lucky. And we'll use a little bit of discard here. Just get another card. This 8 is now gold. So we play these aces and these jacks. What is this worth now? Let's find out. I don't know that it's 7,500, but... $10,000. Run up twice. Alright, that's better. That feels a little better. We got our 2 pair. Get our grabber. Always get grabber. Again, I firmly believe that that's the best. That might be, for my money, that might be the single best anything. Best joker, best. One additional hand is massive. We'll take our reroll to get him up to 8. We don't have a buck left for the fool, which I wouldn't mind having. Nothing we can do about it. Play only one type of hand this round. We're probably best hunting for a pair and just playing the pair. We'll throw out all of our debuffed cards. Hell. Throw out the low stuff. Alright, pair of jacks, pair of kings, pair of 10s. We'll lead off with the jacks because that'll be the... We know that 2 pair is like 7,000, right? So we'll probably want to play a pair twice. Yeah, we can't, because then we won't have a 2 pair to play ever again. So we're going to play out pair, even though that's going to just, you know, maybe debuff 4 cards, I think we got to do it. Let's hunt real quick to see if we can't get like another 3, because the 3's already debuffed. So let's do this. Any chance I get a 3? A 6 though. So one of the 6s is already debuffed. So that's a little bit better. We can try and preserve these as long as possible. Okay, we're good. We're good. Next ante. And we're playing up against the house. First hand is drawn face down. $1 per hand played this round. Rerolls the boss blind. Wily Joker, if it contains 3 of a kind. That plus 10 malt and plus 100 chips is a great combination. That's... 3 of a kind is also a pair. So, but I don't think we'll ever have these. These 2 will never trigger at the same time unless... We have 1 slot left. These 2 will never trigger at the same time unless we play quads. That's the only time it's going to be both 3 of a kind and 2 pair. So it becomes a question of, do we just take the reroll and get him up to 10? He's worth a plus 10 by himself. A full, you know what? A great point. A full house is, yeah. Okay. You convinced me. You win. Okay. I like that logic. That's sound logic. Is there any point to us playing hands? Does that help us now? Seltzer's out. Take the $15. We'll play the hand. Play our pair and throw out our automatically debuffed shit as well. Yeah. But if we have to play it, we have to play it, right? At the moment, just playing the regular pair seems okay. Because he still gives us a 10 mult. Even if he doesn't trigger. It's just that additional 100 chips is a nice thing. So we're okay. We're not great, but we're all right. Maybe take the reroll versus the celestial, because then what are the odds we're gonna get 2 pairs? So it would be a... I'm listening. What's your interesting thought, Jed Levi? Yes, I keep throwing out the debuffed cards just to treat it like a pseudo discard. Like if you're playing a pair, you can throw out 3 cards that aren't part of it. Yeah, there's a certain logic to wanting to play the debuffed cards, but that's also circumstantial. So, I hear what you're saying. If we only need like a couple hundred, then I just assume play the pair that has the debuffed card, right? So like 1 and 1. If we need a lot of money, then we actually want to play both of we want to play 2 not debuffed cards so that they both re-trigger, because the re-triggering is powerful. That's why I'm trying to keep like these face cards. I'm trying like hell, because in the later rounds, these kings, I'm gonna need to play like these buffed kings when it matters. Like when we not when we need like 100, 200, 300, but like when we need thousands. And hope like hell that with this plus 20 that they have, you know, they got a 1 in 5 chance, but they'll go through twice. That, you know, that they kick, and then maybe we get like a plus 40, a plus 60, or plus whatever. But yeah, it's a weird meta game we're getting into though. But you're 100% right. You're not wrong. Yes, right. No, you're right. But here's the thing. So at least we need to check. The double or nothing is when the card is played, it's debuffed. So let's say the thing I was doing was, let's say I had a pair of 3s and a king. If I throw the pair of 3s and a king out, the 3s score, but the king still gets debuffed. So I can't even, you know, I have to either use a discard on the king, or if it's a debuffed card I don't care about, it's safe to play it. Yeah, for the discards. Yes. Okay, that's assuming I want to use a discard, then yes, that's a good point. And I guess at the end of the day, when I'm saying I want them for the end, we don't want to die in the middle either, though. So, yeah, you're 100% right, though. The closest thing that would make sense for these, it might be Full House. It might be the Full House. Full House. Full House it is. DJ Tanner. First hand is drawn face down. I think we're fine with that as far as a boss. There's worse bosses we can get into. Oh, it's just an alternative strategy, not just this game. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Just for the record, you are right for this round, though. You're still correct for this playthrough. That's still applicable here. But yeah, no, I think that is a good point. Okay. We need this pair of 9s. We can always throw that if we have to. Yeah, yeah, you're right. So for double or nothing, that's an alternate strategy. If we don't make it through this one, I'll be done for the day once we've done this one. If we're not for the day, I'll be done for now. I think I might try something similar to that. And then there's also a certain logic of, since we're mostly playing pairs, if, like, let's say this 4 is debuffed, odds are the other 4s are debuffed, right? Because I would have been playing them out in pairs. So now that I stopped thinking about that, that's also another good argument for this. So we got the 8s and the 9s if we have to play it. I'd rather not play it because I'd like to hold on to that 8, but we'll see what we get into here. There's our Full House. We could play the Full House and really only sacrifice 2 cards. All of your pairs are debuffed lower cards. 100% right. I think we'll play this Full House. Yeah, well, willing / wanting to. You're correct. This should be an okay time. Our Full House, and we're only really sacrificing 2 buff cards. We still got our gold card. Is this 16,000? 26,000. Dope! Dope. Wee Joker, it's too late for him to make sense. Arcana Pack, absolutely. Come on, Fortune Teller. Judgment doesn't do us any good. Hierophant doesn't do us any good. We could take random lucky cards. Because it can't be a bonus lucky king. Oh, yes, we'll absolutely have to reroll. 100%. And then reroll. Next hand, face down. Let's see what we get into here. So this is always a bear. I try not to do too much of this. Under normal circumstances, I'm likely to just throw this out here and play it. But since it's going to debuff it, because like, you know, maybe you'll get high card and we got an additional hand. I gotta burn the 2 discards. So this boss basically is start with 1 discard is how I'm treating it, because it's functionally what it is. We got our fun 7 here if I need it. We'll play the 7 and 2s because 22,000 is that's a big hurdle to clear. And we'll take the 3 along with it just because it's slow. So it's not going to trigger all of our boys, but it's going to do at least a little. 19,000. Okay. Let's try to take a low speed approach here. The 4. And we'll throw the 6 in there too. Yeah. Just see if we can get it. Because we know that 2 of the 7s are gone. I probably should have thrown out the 7 instead. But it doesn't matter. 29,000. Here we go. Hallucination is back, but we don't need him. Celestial. Reroll. Start the reroll. Neither of those. Celestial. Level up a pair. That's our answer to that. Buffoon Pack. I don't think there's anyone who I would take out right now. Next round. Free holographic Joker. Maybe. But can we get 30,000 easily? I don't think we can. Throw out the pair. And a 4. Try to get some slightly higher cards in the hand. 11,000. 2s. I don't want to play those 10s if I can avoid it. So we'll just go ahead and discard them. I don't want to play those queens. Discard them. 6s and 9s. I'll just play the 6s. That might be 11,000 and I don't have to waste the 9. Alright, so we can easily do about 10,000 with a pair, even if it's the buff. So that means that we're good for about 50,000 for any given hand. We need to improve that, but that's an okay start. Let's do the reroll first before we forget. Get our Arcana pack. The Fool is not a bad idea. Hermit's okay. Did I even look at my $1 foil? We didn't get. We didn't have a $1 foil, did we? Well, there's a. Oh, if there was a $1 foil card, I didn't. I don't know that what we would have swapped out for it. So no, I don't. I don't even think I noticed it. I'll watch it on the replay, but I don't even remember seeing it. Yeah. Well, mistakes. Free Mega Arcana is huge right now because we do need. Oh yeah, credit card. We wouldn't have brought him in anyways. Temperance will give us $20. So this is big because of Fortune Teller. So we'll take $20 because of Temperance. We'll also probably take a Stone card. Or do we want another gold card? Oh, you know what we'll do? Bonus the queens. That's a good idea. Alright, there we go. All face cards are drawn face down. We got our 2 pair. I'm fixing to throw that out right now, even though everything else, right? We now got our full house. Yep. We'll play it because 40,000 is going to be hard to clear. We got to stop being stingy. $35,000, and we'll limp across the finish line with these pair of 8s, I'm sure. Right? Didn't we set that up? That's like 10 grand, 14 grand. Okay, we're good. We're good. So we got past 50,000 with 2 hands. The final boss is probably... Oh! Super Trousers! It's so late for Trousers, though. Trousers would be ideal. I would even be willing to swap him out for our basic bitch Joker. He's ideal. He is ideal. It's so late in the game, though. Like, you get your main benefit from him by playing a lot of hands and getting him ramped up. But after 2 pairs of 2 pairs, he's worth more than the regular Joker. The family is neat and all, but like fucking 4 of a kind. You know, this would be enormous, right? Because all of these would hit. But like, what are the odds of me getting quads right now? Right? Not super good. Yeah, it does. Let's see if we can't. Here's what we'll do. We'll buy a pair of pants. We'll throw them in. We'll try to make it work. We'll play hands to try to make it work. I mean, we could get rid of Flash, but if he was a foil of the family, maybe. But we'll get a couple rerolls into him. Right? Here you go. Get him up to 18. So he's now making up the difference we lost from the regular Joker. Right? Because the regular Joker is just +4. And if we can actually get pair of pants involved, then that's just going to be all the better. I'll hold on to the money. We can always do the push further rerolls if we have to. But now we're playing hands to get 2 pair. We got 2 pair, but we got to play the queens. Let's see if we can do. Let's see if we can get another. Let's see if we can get like literally another pair. We did get literally another pair. Okay, cool. 23,000. Can we get another pair? We can get another pair. It's going to debuff our money generator, though. Well, that's fine. Let's see. Can we... The one... We'll hold on to the money. We'll hold on to money. I realize this may be a little bit greedy. We got him started. This is going to clear us, no problem. Because the money is what's helping us feed the flashcard. So, pair of pants got one. Flashcard gets one, right? So everyone's getting a little bit of something. We're being fair. We're spreading it around. Not that fair is important. Marry Andy, +3 discards, -1 hand size. Hanged Man I might have to take for tarot. I might have to take it, even though I don't want to use it. We'll take one of the rerolls. Neither of these really play well with what we got going on. The 18 malt is more than the 2 malt, but he's also doing 50 chips. Let's see what the Spectral Pack will give us. Ouija. Ectoplasm adds a negative. Yes. All right. Negative Joker. Now put in Abstract Joker because he's now 21. All right. We good. We good. Do it right now. There it goes. Next round. Okay. Creates 2 common jokers. We cannot have common jokers. At least we have no space for it right now. All right. Let's discard the Jack. Try to protect those guys for a little bit later. We have our 8s. Throw out the King. I guess the 2 and the 5. Could get a second pair. We got a second pair. I wanted 2 pair. I got a second pair. $40,000. Hold on to these queens / discard them. We'll discard them just so we don't have to worry about it. That 8 comes up again. We might be, for 10,000, we might be in playing high card territory to try to get that second pair. So, we got 2 Jacks remaining. Got 3 3s remaining. 2 4s remaining. Well, I gotta play 4s. 3 6s remaining. 2 7s remaining. So the 7 and the Jack. No, we'll just play the Jack as high card. Anyone else play the Jack as a high card? Oh, that's still 10,000. And now we got our 2 pair. So help feed him. We got a nice little engine going here. Got a nice little engine going here. Got a little bit more money. Polychrome Ride the Bus. I don't have a spot for it. I mean, you'd be talking about taking like Abstract Joker out, and I don't have time to get him up to 21. Not even close. Not even close. Okay, so that's not an option. Reroll. Death, we'll take Death. Death is actually a pretty big card right now. Hanging Chad doesn't... is a debuffed face card still considered a scoring card? Yes. It still is, even if it's debuffed. Because it still scores. You don't. What happens is you don't get any... I hear what you're saying. You know what? I'm going to retract my confidence on that. I am fairly certain it is, but that's a good point. But here's the thing. If a debuffed face card isn't a scoring card, then neither of these are as well. So it would only trigger on these couple cards, and then they would never trigger again. So even if that's true, I hear what you're thinking. It's a good thought. Then it's also going to be worthless for us because none of these other cards are really going to trigger it as well. But good thinking. It's got your head on right. Trips, 2 pair. Reroll. And we have to play these dudes. I don't necessarily want to destroy any cards right now, but we do have to play these. I'm going to see if I can keep him in my pocket until we get to the Get that 8 back up again and make a copy of it. Throw out the low stuff, I guess. All right. Of course, you catch a 5. 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack is a straight if we need it, but that's not going to really score much of anything. We can also use death to force a 2 pair if we get desperate. So we know there's one last 5 because we already threw with 5 out. We'll throw the 10 and the Jack out as well. All right, 2s and 8s. That'll work. And take the 7 with you. Off we go. $40,000. Aces and 9s. I fucking hate the arm lowers the power. Yeah, it lowers the hand. So we just lost 2 levels of our 2 pair, but that's fine. We'll try to get that back. Celestial pack, 2 pair. And we're good. We're not made whole, but we're a lot closer than we were. Can't get a reroll. That's all right. 100,000 forces 1 card to always be selected. All right. So I'm leaning towards playing both of those hands. There's my 8 I wanted to duplicate. All right. So what don't I mind sacrificing? I don't mind sacrificing, let's say, the 3. Right, copies left and to right. Left and to right. Bada bing. All right. So we're going to try to hold on to those and not play them. It's sometimes easier said than done. So we'll play all of these as high cards. I think high card is still worth an okay amount right now. Yeah, high card's still worth 13,000. We can kind of slightly high card our way into the finish line here if we gotta. Trip, so we'll discard you guys. Play you. Stupid Jack. All right. Play out these 2s. What's remaining? 2 7s, 2 10s, 2 more 8s. So I guess we're better off keeping the 7. If that's not worth 11,000, but I think it is. 30,000. Okay. Money, 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 money. Feed it to the flash card. Mr. Bones. The benefit to Mr. Bones is we only need to get 25,000 to clear the last dude. Two pair. Reroll. Hierophant will take it even though we're not gonna reroll. Empress. I don't think we're going to use the Hangman, so we'll just sell them. We'll use both those even though they're not going to do a ton for us. Let's just go for the 100,000 so we don't have to debuff any more cards. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Okay, 9 is automatically selected. So we're going to choose to discard that. All right, so we'll discard the 9, the 5, the 8, the 3, the 2. Discard you. The king is selected. Like the king... We'll play him as just high card. 15,000. The queen is just selected. Play the queen out with these 2 jacks as a pair. $30,000. The jack is selected. The jack will get discarded along with all the low shit. King is selected. And king will get discarded with the rest of this low shit. Now what do we have? Pair of 10s. Pair of 8s. And actually, pair of 10s, I don't think I can... We'll do this even though they're not going to actually... It does bring it back alive. Sweet! Super sweet. Let's see what that's worth. Omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations, Shinji. You piloted the Aba. Hooray. Good game indeed. Alright, Endless mode is going to eat our lunch. I don't mind saying that. So, what we'll do is... We'll kind of quickly loop through here. But this is going to destroy us. I know it. Death will copy this king over this 3. Alright. Buffoon pack we're not worried about, but we'll take our rerolls. Yep. Reroll, buy the moon. Reroll, use Pluto. Reroll, neither of you. Reroll, buy and use. Alright. Reroll, Chrome Riffraff. No. Nope. We won't have the space for it anyways. Reroll. Star. Can't buy and use because those are... Alright. Next round. 110,000. So we do know that we want to... Let's see here. We can maybe bring that 7 back to life. So let's see. Let's try that. Let's throw out some of this stuff. These 8s. If I change these to clubs, we know the malt will bring them back, right? All right, so that rebuffs them. Been good to know that sooner. That actually rebuffs them. Oh, this might have been easier than I was making it. All right, can I get another 7? I can get a third 8 though. All right. Will this bring them back as well? It does not. Okay. So that doesn't save them, but it does make them slightly more useful. Discard. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all of our discards. So we gotta start playing. We'll play this pair. Play this pair. Get the most value out of them. 50,000. Play our aces, and we'll also take the 8 with it because we have fewer 8s. We only have 2 8s. We got 3 7s still. We got 2 10s, so take the 10s with you as well. And take this jack with you, certainly. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Good eye. 30,000. Play the 5s. Wait, hold on. We could probably play high card to get past this. Only 9,000? Might not. Yeah, we don't have to debuff nothing. Play the 9. Especially if it's not going to be 2 pair. It's not going to help out the trousers. What's the point? $4. I love baseball card, but I don't think we really have any uncommon cards. We got 2 of them. And he's rare, so this would make them into 1.5. That's actually more than what the duo will do, but he's a negative joker, so I can't swap him for him. Nothing we can do. Reroll! Next round. Free spectral pack. Yes. I love spectral packs. Destroy 1 random card, add 3 enhanced faces. Sure. Go ahead. Get us more cards that we can play. Play these pair of 6s. And that will draw 3 cards in, so that's also a good strategy. Right, so now we'll draw 3 cards. Right? Play these pair of jacks. Draw in 3 cards. Play these 8s and this 5s. Right, only debuffing 1 card, but I'm not that scared of the buffs now that I know that we can bring it back with the Arcana cards. I just didn't know that before. Just the 6s alone. I don't think we have to play the queen. Well, we could play the queens to help out pair of pants. Let's do that. Cash out. Absolutely, Nacho Tong. We got to get him, so we'll save money for Nacho Chong. As always, drawing a hand is monster. Do we have 560,000 in us? We might not. All right, let's open the Spectral Pack. Hex is bad right now. Adds 1 red seal to a card. Select a card in your hand. They already all have red seals. Will this bring this Jack back? It does not. Waste! Tremendous waste! All things considered, we'll go ahead and play that. It's debuffing 2 cards anyways, and it's worth 23,000. The jacks, kings and jacks, 2 pair. $180,000. The queens and the tens. I think we're at the end here, Jed Levi. It's fading away from us. I kind of suspected that. We'll try to draw for that king. And hopefully that'll be worth something to us. 560,000 is a bridge kind of far for what we got going on here. 6s and 3s. The last hand. Not going to be 180,000, 280,000, 350,000. But we cleared, right? Did what we set out to do. It was a good run, right? We wanted to clear the challenge. We cleared the challenge. And that unlocks for us a new challenge called Typecast. When the Anti-4 boss is defeated, all Jokers become eternal. When Anti-4 boss is defeated, set Joker slots to 0. So you just basically get the first 4. What the hell's the point of that? So after the first 4, there's no restrictions, but you're going to be Verdant Leaf. Is guaranteed to be the boss. You have to sell a Joker. So basically, you have the first 4 rounds to do whatever you want. Then after the first 4 rounds, you have no Jokers and they're eternal. Or you're just locked into what you got. Typecast is where you get locked in. So after the first 4 rounds, whatever you have to finish the game for. And you can't sell a Joker. So the Jokers are debuffed, but unless you get a -1. That's going to be interesting. We'll have a look at that later. At any rate, we'll wrap up. If you're watching, I'd like to thank you for watching. Jed Levi, thank you for chatting as always. It's really appreciated. And if you weren't watching, I'd also like to thank you for not watching because I appreciate that as well. Hope everyone has a good day. Peace out and deuces.